Welcome to Patronum On Air, and the first in our series of on-demand webinars. In today's session, we're going to discuss the starters, leavers and movers process for a typical employee. In any business, employees go through organizational changes, from the initial new starter, to being promoted, taking on additional responsibilities, even moving location and ultimately leaving. We call this journey the user lifecycle. This slide illustrates a typical user lifecycle, and how Patronum, the Google Workspace manager, helps streamline that process. The employee joins the organization, but before being given full access they must partake in an induction process. Once their training is complete, they are automatically provisioned with access to files and folders necessary to perform their role. Their email signature is personalized and they are given access to the company calendar. Our employee gets a promotion and moves to the company head office. At the same time, they also take ownership of a new project. Within Patronum, the employee's job title and location are changed, and updates are made to their email signature. Based on the new project, Patronum automatically grants them access to the project files and folders as well as the project calendar. Access to their previous files is revoked as they no longer require access. After several years, and multiple promotions, it's time for our employee to leave the organization. Upon leaving, files, once owned by the employee, are automatically transferred. Emails are migrated or archived. The account is suspended, while Patronum revokes access to applications and resets passwords. Finally, the account is deleted, and licenses are reclaimed by the business. So let's see Patronum in action. Meet Harry. Harry is a new member of the sales team at our organization. We'll show you how. With Patronum, Harry is automatically set up within Gmail, a personalized email signature, and the company calendar. In Patronum, we can head on over to our policy section, and select the sales onboarding policy. Here, we can see that this policy is applied automatically to everyone within our organization who is a member of the sales department. Using this policy, we can make sure that Harry has the correct telephone number and cost center applied to his Google profile. As a member of the sales team, Harry also needs access to the sales Google group. Harry is also given access and automatically subscribed to the company calendar. This allows Harry to see all company events directly from his own Google Calendar. Harry also needs access to a shared list of existing clients. These, again via Patronum, can be automatically shared with him and the rest of the sales team. To help Harry, and all new starters, gain access to standard documentation and templates, Patronum shares a collection of files and folders, and adds them right inside his Google Drive. No more hunting for files. Harry will have easy access to everything he needs, from day one. So that Harry is projecting the right company image, Patronum updates his email signature, taking information from his Google profile to populate his signature with the correct information. Harry is a real high flyer, and after successfully completing his probationary period, he is offered the position as the head of marketing within our US division. So let's see how Patronum will help Harry with his change in job role and location. In Patronum, we can take a look at the marketing team onboarding policy to see how this change will affect Harry. Like our sales team policy, the marketing policy is based on the department attribute within the Google directory. The policy will automatically change Harry's main work telephone number and cost center. He will be automatically added to the marketing group, while at the same time as he no longer matches the sales policy, he will be removed from the sales group. Harry is given access to the marketing campaign calendar and access to the Google Drive folder containing all the marketing resources such as company logos and images. Harry's email signature is also updated. This new signature contains the team's latest email campaign banner with Google Analytics tracking. Once the policy runs, Harry will be all set up with a new email signature and access to all the information he now needs. After a successful career and many promotions, Harry finally leaves our organization. This is where Patronum really comes into its own. in making sure that everything Harry has created is reassigned and not lost. So back in Patronum we can explore the company offboarding policy, and see how we can securely manage Harry's exit. Within our organization, users who are leaving are moved to a special organizational unit called Marked for Deletion. Your offboarding process may be different. However you choose to mark your users for offboarding, you can be sure that Patronum will be able to handle it. The first thing the Patronum offboarding policy will do is transfer Google Group ownership away from Harry to the executor. In this example we will be transferring ownership to Harry's manager. Next we will be looking at Harry's calendars, and remove him from any that have been shared with him. We will also transfer any calendars that Harry created and shared. Google Contacts can also be transferred to another user, as well as any contact sharing. All the offboarding elements in Patronum are created and modified by selecting the minus button. Within the Files section, we can transfer ownership of all Harry's files to another user and store them in a specific folder, so that they can be easily located once Harry has departed. We also have the option to exclude specific folders to protect our employees' privacy. Finally, within the Settings section, we can set email delegation so that Harry's manager can access his email. We can also restrict access to the account by resetting all passwords, and two-step verification, as well as remove all connected applications. In order to prevent users from seeing Harry in the Google address book, we can hide his account, before ultimately suspending the account and then finally deleting it. We can delay these steps, in case we need to perform some manual checks. As Harry has been with our organization for many years, our clients will still try to email him. We can prevent these emails being lost by assigning Harry's email address to a colleague within his team. The last step in our offboarding process is to make sure Harry's mobile device is wiped of all company data. Once our offboarding policy runs, Harry, and any other users leaving our organization, will be securely removed from our system, making sure that all information is appropriately reallocated. And that's it. We hope you enjoyed our short on-demand webinar. And don't forget, this is just a small sample on how Patronum can help you effectively manage your Google Workspace. And don't forget to follow Patronum on Twitter, Facebook or LinkedIn.